Hello, my brothers and sisters in Christ. Today, I got a message, I guess, that I need to speak about. And if you let my friends tell you, it's a message that was given to me and I need to share. I can't keep it to myself anymore. It's something that everyone needs to know. That's what they tell me, and they know their stuff, and I trust their word. So I'm here to share it today. Not too long ago, October 30th to be exact, I had a very vivid dream about Christ's return. And this isn't the first time I've had dreams like this. Uh, and I had another dream prior to October 30th. I think it was October 38th or 28th to be exact. I had another dream that had to do with around the same topic. So, uh, whatever is being shared with me, I should be sharing with others. So let's just hop right into it. I'm going to read what I wrote down and then I'm going to break it down via the Bible because after reading through what I read through, they was right. They was right. I'm just saying. All right, but let's get into it. So, uh, the dream started. I was preparing to leave the house for the day, and a series of events happened. First thing to note is that I was living in my old house. My wife and I were living in a childhood house that I have not been anywhere near in years, like lots of years. Um, but yeah, so my wife and I, we were talking about something while we were getting ready to leave. It seemed like it was early in the afternoon because of how bright it was outside. After finally gathering all that was needed, I leave the bedroom and start to head downstairs to leave. My little brother is there, and he seemed to have been waiting for me to head to school. I then realize I have a jacket and a backpack. We head down the second set of stairs together into the kitchen, and my mom is there waiting for us. As we are giving hugs and getting ready to apparently go to school, I look out the back sliding doors and notice that there are three suns and the moon in the sky. I ask, why are there three suns in the sky and why is the moon so big and out right now? Someone in the house says they're calling it a phenomenon. As as that's being said, it begins to get dark. And I ask, why is it starting to get so dark? It's mid-afternoon. That doesn't make any sense. As I watch the moon begin to cover the sun, I begin to have the need to go outside. I start to head towards the door, and my mom grabs me, looking and sounding scared and saying, no, stay inside. I slip out of my bag and jacket and head out the door anyway. Once I step outside the door, the sky becomes completely dark, and in the center of the sky is a rainbow-like image, and it's going throughout the whole entire sky, which then turns into an image of a lion. I go into a panic frenzy of happiness. At this point, this is kind of like a little side note I made here, but at this point, my dad has pulled into the backyard and said, oh, it must finally be time. The sky then turns completely black, and all you see is space. It was as if the top of the sky had been split open. I'm still in a frenzy, and all I continue to keep saying is, he's here, he's finally here. I cannot control my happiness. I begin to bow and give thanks. My brother is behind me confused. My mom is in the house scared, and my dad is just being my dad. In that moment, a meteor type object comes down from the sky, and everyone around me starts to panic. My brother rushes into the house. My mom is yelling for me to get away. It's not safe. It's not safe. But I calmly look at her and I say, it's okay. We're saved. It's not going to hurt. And it crashes into the ground a couple of feet behind me. The impact is destructive, though, which I found interesting. It causes an outburst of flames that then encumber me and my surroundings, I assume, but the flames don't burn me, and I never got up from bowing and giving thanks. As I go to turn around and look at the object I see a man, and then my alarm went off. And as I was sharing this with my friends, and the look on their faces was just kind of like, hey, yo. I was like, what? Like, it was just a journey, right? And they're like, no, man, you that's more than just a dream. So one of my good friends that I speak of when I say my friends, he is also a minister, and he knows the word like no other. And he goes, he looks me square in my eyes, and he goes, "You need to read through Matthew 25 or 24. Read through Matthew 24. I just recently read through 25. That's why I said that. But Matthew 24. Now, I've read and listened to the gospel multiple times, but I have not like studied it or tried to like find life or find how it applies to me in various situations and stuff like that until I was like he specified that. And I was like, all right, man, I guess I can go ahead and do that. You clearly know something I don't know. So later on in that day, I pulled out my handy dandy Bible and I started to go through Matthew 24. And I'm just gonna really just kind of highlight what was in the dream because there's a certain point here where it starts to speak the dream. Um, there's a couple of places here where it does, but we're just gonna go through it. We're just gonna go through it. So starting at, let's see here, I'm gonna go forward and I'm gonna go backwards because some of these things tie in different spots that make more sense to what was going on. So first thing we're gonna hit is Matthew 24, verse 27. And it says, "For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For whoever see, for whosoever the carcass is, there will be the eagles gathered together." And that just kind of hit me, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense, you know. And I thought about how there were multiple suns in the sky, and then uh, the sign that popped up in the sky where it was showing the like rainbow image and then the lion. Um, then it goes into immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from the heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Then shall all the tribes of earth mourn. They shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of the heaven with the power and great glory. And then I have a couple of things here that I want to go back to, but before we do that, I just want to specify there the sky darkens. That happened. The sign of the Son of Man. It started off with a rainbow type image in the sky, which my buddy was like, hey, the promise to never flood the world again. And then the lion. The lion, we all know who the lion is. Like, let's be real. We all know who the lion is. Speak for itself. And it says the stars shall fall from the heaven. Now, when the sky was split and it got really dark, you could see into space. It was like it was crazy. It was mind-blowingly cool. But you could see into space and it was only lit up from what you can see out there. So that was like bunches of rocks and it kind of looks like there were some extra planets, maybe stars. It was just really, really dark, but it was bright in the sense of what was coming through. Um, and the power of the heavens shall be shaken. And then it said that all tribes of earth shall mourn. And that made me think of my mom and my brother. My mom being completely terrified, saying, "Get back in the house, get back in the house." My little brother being confused and like darting towards the house right away, um, mourning because of fear. Uh, and then the Son of Man coming in the clouds of the heaven with the power and the great glory. Now that clearly had to be what came through. I mean, it was like a meteor, like I said, it was like a meteor-like thing, but it came through and it hit the ground. And when I turned around, I seen a man. And who else would it be? You know what I'm saying? So coming in with power and great glory. And what other way to come through than to just establish who you are right away by smack that into the ground, popping up like what it is, you know? So that was also interesting. And then I'm going to jump back up here, and it says that in Matthew 24:16, then let them which be in Judah flee into the mountain. 17, let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. 18, neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. Now that stood out to me because when my mom tried to save me from going outside, essentially, she took my clothes with me. And at no point did I panic and try to go back inside to grab the things that I felt I needed. And that whole entire time, all I could do was every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. I sat there that whole entire time, bowed down, thanking the Lord and being so filled with happiness that he was finally here. And something else that really stood out to me was 24:22. Except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. I don't know if it's just me, but like recently, for a while now, days really feel like they just fly by. They just fly by, and it doesn't even feel like a full day anymore. And that also just really stood out to me. But if I was to just, I can sit here and go through all this whole entire time because I got a lot of things in here that's highlighted and I found very important for this particular topic and this particular dream. But I really just wanted to hit the key points of the dream and share what I was told, shown. And if you're looking at the world currently and where we are currently, if you read the good book, even if you don't read the good book, but you know somebody in your life is knowledgeable of the good book. These signs are happening, these signs are coming through, and this stuff, like the Lord is he coming. And he's telling everybody, he's showing everybody, he's trying to help everybody he can. That's what that extra time is given for. But I could speak about all that a different time. I could also share why I am so invested in the Lord and why I really feel like the Lord is the way, the truth, and the life. I mean, other than the fact that He is, I've been through so much spiritually on my journey with the Lord, serving the Lord since Easter Sunday of this year. So this is all still very new to me in a way, but the faith is so strong and so many blessings are coming in so many different ways that the Lord shows Himself. I cannot fathom the everythingness about Him. And I know we're supposed to try to save as many as possible. I know we're supposed to share that gospel. And that's what I want to make sure I keep doing. I want to make sure that everyone gets the same exact love, compassion, joy, peace, happiness, excuse me, that I've been feeling, that I feel now, all because I decided to open that door for the Lord. You open that door and let Him in, and He'll change your life. He really, truly will. But I can speak on my tribulation, my testimony. There it is. I can speak on my testimony another day if that's something you'd be interested in. Because I was not always like this. I was in the darkness. Okay, I was in the darkness. But His grace came through, His grace saved me, and I want you to experience that same exact thing. But nonetheless, thank you for listening. That drug on a little bit longer than I thought, but thank you for listening. God bless you all. I appreciate all of you. I'm grateful for all of you, and I will continue to spread that gospel. So if you love seeing some gospels, love seeing some Bible quotes, Bible verses, stick around, stay around, because that's me now. It's what I do. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. May God bless you.